The Thanksgiving Pudding Wish. Winnie the Pooh called to see his friend Kanga. "Hello, Pooh dear," said Kanga. "I'm just making a Thanksgiving pudding for Roo and me to eat when Thanksgiving comes. When it's mixed, I'm going to boil it, cook it, and then store it away. You may give it a stir. As you stir, make a wish, and your wish will probably come true. Thanksgiving pudding wishings often do." Pooh took Kanga's wooden spoon and gave the mixture a big stir. "I wish," he said, "for a big jar of honey, extra specially nice honey." Pooh stopped stirring and opened his eyes. "Well," he asked, "where is my honey?" "It may not come straight away, Pooh dear," said Kanga. "Wishes aren't always granted at once." Pooh went away feeling very disappointed, but then he felt very hopeful. Kanga went back to her Thanksgiving pudding stirring, and Roo began to eat his watercress sandwiches. It was a day or so later, when Kanga had forgotten all about Pooh's wish, that Christopher Robin brought a large parcel to Kanga's house. "The postman left it at my house for you," Christopher Robin told Kanga. "It comes all the way from Australia." Kanga would hardly wait to open the parcel. Inside, she found a note from her cousin, who had sent a food parcel of lovely Australian foods. There was some butter, cheese, a can of peaches, a can of pears, and a jar of honey. Kanga wanted the butter and cheese, and Roo said he liked peaches. They gave the pears to Christopher Robin. "Pooh would like the honey," squeaked little Roo. Kangaroo and Christopher Robin all arrived at Pooh's house just a while later, as Pooh was searching his pantry and wondering what to have for breakfast. When Pooh saw the honey jar, he gasped. "My wish has come true!" Pooh tasted his Australian honey, and it really was delicious, and it was extra special. Pooh was so pleased that he made up a little song about it. "I stirred a pudding and wished for a treat. I wished for this honey so sticky and sweet. So now I'll stop singing and just eat and eat." Hi everyone, and happy Thanksgiving. Well, the day after. Hopefully you ate a lot of good turkey, a lot of good stuffing, and all kinds of good foods yesterday, and had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Jocelyn and I did as well. And welcome to Storytime. Now, Jocelyn, you can tell I gave her a haircut. Mama's not very good at it, but she does her best. So that was from Jocelyn's fall edition of Story a Day. And of course, that was a story about Winnie the Pooh. But today's feature story, we're going to be reading Happy Thanksgiving, Snoopy, which of course was written by Charles M. Schulz, because he writes all the comics on the Peanuts. So let us begin with Happy Thanksgiving, Snoopy. Charlie Brown loves Thanksgiving. Every year, he travels to visit his grandmother and shares a large, wonderful meal with his family. It's a very special tradition. This year, however, is going to be very different. "I just got off the phone with Grandma," Charlie Brown tells his sister Sally. "She can't host Thanksgiving this year. She'll be out of town." "What about our other grandma?" Sally asks. "She's mountain biking in Toronto," says Charlie Brown. "Oh, well, at least she's staying alive and active," Sally says. Lucy and her family have their own Thanksgiving tradition. Usually she and her brothers Linus and Rerun help their parents make a pumpkin pie for dessert. But this year, Linus doesn't feel like participating. "I don't think I'll help with the pie this year," Linus says. Lucy can't believe her ears. Why not? She asks. It's difficult to admit, Linus explains, but I simply don't care for pumpkin pie. Lucy looks confused. Rerun also refuses to help. I don't care for pumpkin pie either, he says. Lucy is shocked. I cannot believe this, she shouts. Maybe we can have cold cereal, Rerun suggests. You can't have cereal at Thanksgiving, Lucy says. But cereal is delicious, Rerun tells her, and sometimes there's a prize in the box. Peppermint Patty has to change her Thanksgiving plans this year, too. Her father works a lot, but he always has Thanksgiving off so they can spend it together. But this year, he has to go on a business trip during the holiday. And Peppermint Patty has no idea. Wait a minute. She has an idea. She calls her friend Marcy. Say, Marcy, how would you like to spend Thanksgiving with me? She asks. I'm sorry, sir. I'm so sick. All I can do is sleep and eat soda crackers, Marcy whispers weakly. But it's Thanksgiving. What am I supposed to do? Peppermint Patty asks. Just do what I'm gonna do, Marcy says. Stay in bed and be thankful for soda crackers. This is shaping up to be an unusual Thanksgiving for everyone. Everyone except Snoopy. He is spending this holiday the way he always does, by wearing sunglasses, leaning on his doghouse, and pretending his name is Joe Cool. Snoopy has an active imagination. Here's Joe Cool standing outside his dorm. He's got the whole campus to himself. Snoopy thinks, everyone has split for Thanksgiving break. No classes and no worries. But Joe Cool doesn't feel quite as cool as he's pretending to be. No friends and no fun either, Snoopy sighs. No one ever invites Joe Cool home for Thanksgiving, he thinks. Meanwhile, to help clear his mind, Charlie Brown decides to take a walk. He winds up at his school playground. He sees his friend Peppermint Patty and Lucy sitting on the swings. Happy Thanksgiving, Chuck, Peppermint Patty says. Things are not going to be the same this year, Charlie Brown sighs. I can't believe my lousy brothers ruined Thanksgiving, Lucy complains. At least your family is here and not selling insurance in Petaluma, Peppermint Patty says. They all feel sorry for themselves. Then they see Joe Cool, looking sad too. Here's Joe Cool, Snoopy thinks, walking over the river through the woods, aimlessly across the vacant college campus. Then he looks at Charlie Brown and sighs. I know, Jocelyn. Yes. You know, Peppermint Patty says, I think Snoopy may be sad too. Why? He doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving, Lucy says. Maybe he wants to, Peppermint Patty declares. Charlie Brown, do you have anything nice for your dog on Thanksgiving? Charlie Brown blushes. Well, I bring him supper before we leave for Grandma's house. A nice supper? Lucy asks. No, just a normal food. His normal everyday food, Charlie Brown admits. Thanksgiving is a time to celebrate with friends and family, Lucy scolds. Don't you think it makes Snoopy feel left out watching you celebrate every year without him? Charlie Brown agrees. He had never thought of that. I have an idea, Charlie Brown proclaims. Since none of us are having our traditional Thanksgiving this year, let's start a new tradition and celebrate together. And this time, we'll be sure to invite Joe Cool. Snoopy hears the idea and smiles. What's this? An invitation for Joe Cool? Snoopy pats Charlie Brown on the back. I know. And jokes. I'll check my schedule. Peppermint Patty likes the idea too. Nice thinking, Chuck. But how can we celebrate Thanksgiving with no food? Where's the turkey? Where's the cornbread stuffing? Where are the cranberries shaped like a tin can? Snoopy has an idea and rushes off. I'll handle the food, Snoopy thinks. Joe Cool always sends out for pizza. Snoopy quickly returns, followed by his friend Woodstock, who is smiling and carrying a large square box. Snoopy hands out sunglasses and everyone digs in. You know, it's not the Thanksgiving we expected, Charlie Brown says, but it's one we'll never forget. Happy Thanksgiving! I hope y'all enjoyed Happy Thanksgiving from Snoopy, aka Joe Cool. And I hope y'all enjoyed your Thanksgiving yesterday, as I had said earlier. I hope y'all have those leftover turkey sandwiches today and the rest of the weekend. And we will see you next week when we begin all our Christmas stories for the month of December. Bye-bye.